Here is the weird, bizarre, strange truth behind Angela from 90 Day Fiance. Guys, what is up? Max here, the Celeb Talk guy, and in this video we are going to do a deep dive behind Angela's real, true past, some of it being kind of just strange, and honestly some of it kind of making me mad. So let's not waste any time and jump right into this one. There is a ton of stuff I want to cover in this video, but the first thing I want to just get out of the way is her career. I know, kind of boring, but I want to talk about her career because so many of you guys have asked me, what does Angela do? Well, according to a million different sources online, she is a nurse assistant. So not really a nurse, but a nurse assistant at like a hospice center, which would not be an easy job. So you do have to give her some credit, but it does kind of sound like as she has really built up her career on TV, now she is also doing Cameo, where she is charging $75 for a cameo shout out. For those of you guys that don't know, Cameo, you can basically just buy a shout out video from anyone that is famous. And Angela, she goes on there, she sells her shout outs. She also sells Instagram shout outs. For those of you guys that don't know, she has like hundreds of thousands of followers, and companies pay her to promote and advertise their products on her Instagram. If you're wondering, well, how much money does she make on there? She could likely make a lot of money. Like, she could seriously make anywhere from around $1,000+ dollars. She probably makes anywhere from like $750 to like $2,000, and yes, just for a post. Now, I have no idea how much money you make as a nurse assistant in like Hazelhurst, Georgia, where she is from, but probably not that much. More than likely, she might be making $20 to like $30 an hour, maybe. And so I don't even know, what is that, like, you know, $30,000 a year? Okay, well, on Instagram, she can make like $1,000 to maybe $2,000 for just taking a picture of her with a product and posting it on her social media. So I think more than likely she is kind of trying to transition and get more into the TV, social media stuff, because clearly she can make a heck of a lot more money there. And more on that in a couple of minutes. Now let's talk about her family life. Now, we do all know on the show she has the two daughters, Scotty and Skyla, and they both have 3 kids. Now, Angela's one of her daughters, Skyla. She's on this 90 Day Fiance all the freaking time, and she just seems super normal. Her claim to fame on the show is that Angela and both Michael have been begging her to be like the, you know, I don't even know how you even word this. They want her to carry their baby, kind of, which of course she was just like, no, 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 I am not doing that. But anyway, the first daughter, Skyla, she's relatively normal. The other daughter, Scotty, she has had her fair share of issues, and more on her in a couple of seconds. But yes, she has the 2 daughters, she has 6 grandkids, and you're probably wondering, well, who is the father to these 2 daughters? Because we all know it's not Michael, and that is kind of where it gets a little bit weird, a little bit kind of hidden. There isn't a lick of information online on who Angela's ex, whether it be ex-husband or just ex-boyfriend, that is the father to Skyla and Scotty. However, I had a person reach out to me like 6, 7, 8 months ago on my social media, and she did claim, and she had her proof to, I don't want to say any names because I don't want to, you know, call anyone out, but she did claim that she actually did work with Angela. She knew a lot about Angela, and it sounded like Angela has been married not only 1 time, but possibly 2 other times in the past. I don't want to confirm or deny, I don't know that for sure, but it did kind of sound like from that source that Angela has definitely been married before, possibly even 2 times. And now we can transition into, like I said, her 2 daughters, Skyla, boring, nothing much there. She seems pretty freaking normal for having Angela Deem as her mom, but Scotty, oh my god, she has taken just after her mother, and that's honestly kind of an insult to Angela because this girl has just a laundry list of stuff going on. So first, it started in 2014. She got pregnant by this man, and they went on a show. Now, everyone thinks it was The Maury Show, but no, no, no. First, in 2014, they went on a show called Trisha. I have never even heard of it, but I guess it was kind of like somewhat similar to The Maury Show. So they went on there in 2014, and it was just the same old thing. It was completely humiliating, at least in my opinion, for Scotty, because the whole idea was that she was kind of bouncing around, you know, this guy, that guy kind of a thing, and she didn't know who the father was. And so Angela and her went on the show with the men and whatnot. And so, yeah, completely embarrassing. But they went on that show in 2014. Then in 2015, guess where else they went? They went to the Maury show. And once again, completely humiliating. She was having another baby, and it was the same situation. The funny enough thing, though, was Angela's whole claim to fame was that this one guy, I think his name was, I don't even know, it was either Chris or Terry, whatever the guy, poor guy's name was, but Angela was trying to point her finger and say he, is not the father and blah, blah, blah. And then long story short, Angela, guess what? Of course, typical Angela, ended up being completely wrong. She was wrong about who she was guessing on. So they went on in 2015. Then, once again, in 2016, they went back on to the Maury show. And if you think we're done talking about Angela's daughter Scotty, we are just getting started, because guess what? Then she got thrown in the you-know-what, and she got taken in behind bars because she was in, now I don't want to use the word relationship because it was by no means a relationship, but she was seeing someone that was, like 15 years old. And she, keep in mind, is in her late 20s. I don't want to say 30, but she was definitely in her late 20s. And this guy she was with was like 15 years old, maybe even younger. So, wrong, horrible, weird, crosses a line of just, out of this world wrong. So I don't want to use the word relationship because it was not a relationship whatsoever. And honestly, when I watch Angela, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like she's kind of just a clown, a loudmouth, she's an annoying kind of drama person, but still, I don't think she's really a bad person. I don't know why I think that. I think at her core, she seems like she has a good heart. But after hearing about her daughter, Scotty, I mean, oh my God, that is not good. No, I don't ever want to judge anyone based on their family because everyone has their own family, so you can't ever judge them. But still, whew, that was not good. So she was sentenced to like 20 years for everything that went down because there were a handful of charges with the situation. But after 15 months, she ended up getting released, and now she's on probation. She is out, and she's on probation, I think, until the end of 2021. But the end of the story is Scotty, believe it or not, she is out. Whew, crazy, 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 crazy. And believe it or not, Angela's story is still kind of just getting started because around that same time, her and Michael, the infamous her and Michael, made their first appearance on 90 Day Fiance. That is how we all know them now. And I don't even want to talk about my feelings with these two because I feel like I just don't know where I stand with these two because they go back and forth with me. Like 1 second I'll see Angela like when her mom was sick, which I'm sorry, that was sad to see, honestly, because Angela seemed genuinely real and just had like a big heart, and she seemed like she was actually being like a normal person. But then once again I'll see Angela like when her and Michael went to that bar and there was women dancing around, and yeah, she went crazy. I'll see her do stuff like that and I'm just like, oh my God, I cannot stand her. But long story short, she met Michael. All of us just kind of thought, wow, there's like an 18-year age gap between these two. Clearly, he has to be using her for money because keep in mind, once they started seriously dating, or, dating, she told him to stop going to work. So he stopped working and she would send him money every week. I don't know how much, but like, there is somewhat of using going on, at least in my opinion. But we can agree to disagree. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, so put in the comments below. But I feel like Michael from the start was definitely kind of using her in one direction or another. Well, Angela, she spent her time in Nigeria. She has been over there a handful of times, and then she ended up coming back to the US, because she still lives here. She's not living in Nigeria. She came back to Georgia in 2018, and guess what? She was driving around going 60 in a 35, so she got pulled over speeding, and the police officer was like, something don't smell right with you. Something don't look right. So she had to blow, and guess what? She got the infamous DUI. So she had taken away and thrown in the slammer for I don't know how long, but she did get taken away and she got in trouble. So Angela, once again, she got in trouble. And once again, we're just kind of getting started with her story, because after that happened, she kind of played it low-key, whatever. But now, come present day of 2020, sometime, I don't know exactly, I want to say around January of 2020, Angela went over to Nigeria and she married Michael in Nigeria. Now, she only did it because her visa, well, their visa, I guess, for Michael to come to America keeps getting denied. They're trying to get the K-1 visa to get the 90-day fiance thing, but it was never going to get approved because they have that gigantic age gap. And Nigeria, I'm sorry, but it doesn't have the best track record, at least in my opinion, for people in these kind of weird age gap relationships. So it was, it got denied, and Michael kind of thought the best way to move around it would be if they got married in Nigeria. So Angela, she caved in. She didn't want to do it at all because she wanted her family there, but she caved. She went to Nigeria. They had this bizarrely stupid wedding, and they got married. And once again, Angela is still not done, because now in present day, we just got to see her season with Michael, wrap up. Michael, he's still in Nigeria. He is not in America. With everything going on in the world, he's definitely not here. Maybe sometime in 2021, he will be able to come over. But we do know with Angela is she is just totally transforming her body and her look and herself with all these different procedures. She's getting her hair and her face and her teeth and everything else pretty much done. And she looks quite a bit different. And we heard on 90 Day Fiance at the tell that there is more to come. And when we finally get to see her again, she is going to look completely different. So we're going to have to really wait and see. But now, for everyone that does not love Angela, I have some bad news, because I have heard from a handful of different sources like Soap Dirt and a bunch of other people that there is a very high likelihood that Angela is going to be getting her own weight loss TV show. Now, nothing has been confirmed, but more than likely with TLC, 90 Day Fiance, we just saw it with Stacey and Darcy and the Family Chantel. The Family Chantel, they had a season 1. Now they just got renewed for a season 2, and we're seeing the season 2 right now. And then with Darcy and Stacey, they had their first season, and then immediately after they got renewed for a second season because the show was such a hit. I know that kind of sounds crazy, but those are two 90 Day Fiance casts that got their own spinoff, and the shows are actually doing pretty well because all of us 90 Day Fiance fans can't help but watch. So I believe Angela is the not the second, but the third most popular. I really do. I think she is right behind Darcy, and she's kind of behind the Family Chantel. The Family Chantel, or shall I just say Chantel's family, they aren't very popular, but they've been around the show for so long. They're some of the original OG people, so it kind of makes sense why they have their own show, and their family is so extended. But Angela, she's got some drama going on now with her weight loss, and now with Scotty being out, and then her other daughter. There's some material to work with. And then of course, we heard the rumors from Soap Dirt and everyone else because she was spotted with some film and some people out and about, I believe in LA. So the pieces, the dots kind of connected. I don't know for sure, but more than likely I can almost bet some serious hard cash that Angela, believe it or not, is going to get her own TV show. And if you can't tell by the expression on my face, I am not very excited. So comment below what you guys think. Angela, I have never, ever met someone with such a bizarre string of events. I mean, you have someone that has been married several times. Okay, then she's been on, these tabloid TV shows, Trisha and The Maury Show, twice. And then she has this situation with her daughter, Scotty. Then she went and met a man overseas in Nigeria. Then she has trouble with the law. And now she's going through all this weight loss stuff and will likely get her own spin-off TV show. So I don't know about y'all, but I have never really ever heard of anyone with such a bizarre string of events in their life. Besides maybe Darcy, because Darcy, she's kind of got a bizarre life too. But anyway, you guys, comment below what the heck you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video. There is definitely more that I want to find out about Angela. I am so curious about her exes, possibly. I know she has these 2 kids. I don't know. I'm just so curious, like if she was married to more than one man. And like I said, I did hear from kind of an insider that knew and, actually was kind of somewhat close close with Angela, I believe, in the same town, but I don't, I can't totally fact check it, so I don't want to say for sure, but it sounded pretty legit that she actually was married once or twice before. But yeah, I am just so curious. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a weird love-hate with Angela. I kind of love to hear about her, but also when she's being all fake dramatic and when she's telling Michael 300 million times that she is done with their relationship, yeah, I get kind of annoyed. So anyway, sorry for that little rant. Angela, she can just kind of get me a little fired up sometimes. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me to tap that like button, comment below your thoughts, and please, 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 I hate to beg, but please hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to the channel. Well, thank you guys all so much for watching, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.